Soul Family. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. I have so many videos to post, it's ridiculous. I'm in the process of posting, I think, the two of the same video, because it said that one had been deleted, and then it started the process. So I don't know, that was yesterday's reading that hasn't even gone out yet. And then I have our weekly reading, and now today is today's reading. So we'll see what's up. So much has changed in like a day. Something I say, by the time the next day rolls around, it's all different. It's like, really? So let's see. That's what Spirit said, right? Be flexible, because things are changing right before your eyes. So it's kind of like, be water. Okay, good thing I'm a Pisces moon, right? All right, so we're going to pick from little scenes. We're going to choose from little scenes for our choices today. How interesting. They seem to get smaller and smaller. I like that idea. I like that idea because I know what it means to me. So here we start. We have this scene, and you can choose why you want this scene. Got dust again. Whatever calls to you here. We have this scene. Whatever calls to you here. Oops. We have this scene. And we have this. So I'm going to choose, I think this is really intriguing. For me, it's really intriguing. I think I'm gonna, yeah, no, that is how it goes. So when I look at this, this is me, this is them, this is them, this is me. So for me, my choices will be, well, myself and myself. And that will be them. All right, and looks like it's frozen on 95%, so, and the other one's uploading. It's gonna take so long for all of this stuff to come up, which seems to be the case about everything right now. All right, so we did our weekly reading yesterday at the beach. I went with my old friend Scott, and actually we drove separately, and then just had something to eat, and he went and did his thing, and I went and did our reading, and it was interesting. It was beautiful where I was sitting in, but it was humid. I was shocked at how humid it was. And I was wandering around the Encinitas market, the seaside market, and I was looking at the different crystals. I was looking for beryl crystal. I talked all about it, so I won't go into it now. I just can't believe some of the times I'm looking at something, right, calling it by its scientific name, but it is the exact same thing in a name that I'm familiar with. Two different things you think you're looking at, but you're looking at the same thing, which I understand. Beryl crystal. Beryl is a type of crystal, and there's a lot of different stones that we call different names that are a beryl crystal. And the aquamarine beryl crystal is the stone that we call aquamarine. An emerald is a beryl crystal as well. Makes me think that ruby is a beryl crystal. I'll have to look at that. Anyway, actually I want to look at that because I need to know things like that. Is ruby a beryl? Because what it is beryl is clear, and the different sediments or the different things that come into it are what change the color. Emeralds are green for the same reason as rubies are red. The ruby is a regular crystal of corundum containing chromium as an impurity. See, I call it an impurity once to someone, and they said, no, it's not an impurity. Yeah, it is. The emerald is a regular crystal of beryl that also contains chromium as impurity. Beryl is the term given to beryllium aluminum silicate. So, what gems are in the beryl family? Emerald, aquamarine, golden beryl, heliodor, goshenite, morganite, and red beryl. So now, interesting, red beryl they're calling, which is a ruby. So I want to see what goshenite looks like, because that reminds me of the land of Goshen in what was it called? The Ten Commandments. Goshenite. And it sounded like a beautiful place, the people. Now, interesting, Goshenite is just clear. White beryl, the mother of gemstones. I like that. And there's pink morganite. Ooh. So the mother of all crystals, the mother of gemstones. I like that. I do. I like that. I think that's really cool. So for us, why would you want the mother? Well, think about it. Anything to do with motherhood, anything to do with, I would think, nurturing, right? So what is it for? Especially for a mother who has struggled to bring up children, single parent, health or financial issues. A beautiful crystal given from a mother to a daughter when she becomes a mother. So it's a sentimental stone. A good stone for students and professionals who are trying to stimulate their mathematical intelligence. Well, I should have been living and swimming and bathing in that. Math was not my friend. It's an excellent crystal to carry during medical tests or examinations for a clear diagnosis, or when necessary for effective treatment. This is really important. Wow. Speeds up the tempo of code workers who procrastinate or forget to follow up. And it allows you to compensate for their inadequacies. Leaving you to compensate for their inadequacies. So it's like, instead of you doing their work, it's getting them to speed up and do their work. It encourages honest dealings. It deters gossip and can reveal those who pilfer supplies. Ooh, protective stone to wear if you must keep secrets and protect confidential information. I like this. Wear goshenite if you feel a lover or a partner is being unfaithful. Oh, how awful. It encourages fidelity, but can intuitively alert you to the differences between unfounded insecurity and warning signs. So, are you somebody who's paranoid, right? Maybe you need to get this stone. Balances your body in your hormones, overcoming mood swings. Deals with acute PMS and postnatal depression and bipolar disorder. Improves eyesight, supports healing of headaches, insomnia, allergies, sinusitis, anything around the head. Detoxifies and energizes the body, strengthens the immune system, reduces stress-related exhaustion to improve conditions of your legs or arm muscles that result in pain. For emotional healing, you would think, because of the mothering aspect of it, right? Uplifting, aids in feelings of plenty of comfort, inspiration and relief from whatever your worries might be. Helps you maintain a calm composure, self-control. Helps you sustain yourself through life's little surprises that aren't so fun. Good stone for stabilizing relationships and bringing loving, companionable energy to the user. Higher thought creativity, seeking out new visions of what is possible and how to express one's thoughts through writing or speech. It deals and activates and works with your crown chakra, which is our gateway to the universal energies of spirit, right? And it controls how we think and responds to the world around us, so that's really important. Our foundation of beliefs and source of spirituality connects us clearly to spirit, to the higher planes, to the higher truths. So, I mean, when our crowns are in balance and our energies are in balance, we know our place and in the universe, and we know the universe and the spirit's place in our lives. It's balancing all together. I like that. It helps us being unruffled by setbacks. I like a lot. pure channel to spirit, dream work and meditation, prayer. So I'm going to get some goshenite because I think that's really cool. And what is it that I wanted to look at? Pink morganite. I love the name Morgan. Ever since Justin Morgan had a horse, when I was a little girl, Justin Morgan had a horse. That was a book I read. I was so into horses, and I fell in love with that name. Is morganite a good gemstone for an engagement ring? Oh, how interesting. I would think so, because pink is your heart chakra. What does it say? It's a very pretty pink. Oh, it is. Look. That's interesting. I don't like boring, like diamonds. You know what I mean? Diamonds on the side. Oh, but look. See, as soon as I said that, look at the two that they show up. Pink morganite and the aquamarine beryl. Oh, my word. Now, why couldn't you just get that itself on a ring? That is so gorgeous because you'd knock it and those little crystals would break. Gosh, that's gorgeous. Sea blue aquamarine. Wow. So is amethyst a beryl as well? Huh. I'm just looking at, you would have to set the morganite in a very specific way. It's a very expensive stone. Why is it that I always choose the best? Because I deserve it. I do. Oh. How interesting. So it's a beryl as well. All right. Let's get on with our reading. So yesterday I worked with our new deck, the Blessed Bee Oracle cards, and I was kind of bummed. Well, we'll see when I get some more. I thought there would be more detail in the cards themselves, but there really wasn't. And I got them. They're reading cards. That's why I got them, just to read them. And I guess I did okay. We'll see what you guys think. But I've decided that I'm going to use them as a secondary card, not the first card, since there's not a lot of depth in the pictures. The pictures are beautiful. But I also picked up the Animal Tarot cards by Doreen and Radley. It was the last, I think, collaboration of the two. And since I know a lot about animals, I felt that was a deck that was going to be something that I would like. And so I'm going to lead with the animals and follow with the reading cards, the pictures. So lead with the animals, follow with the pictures. So that's a message. Lead with the animals, follow with the pictures. So that's good. Okay. So when I get messages from Spirit, I get messages from videos, from pictures, from, you know, I see things and I look at that and that's a message to me. And then I get messages from my animal messengers. And I've always said that sometimes you can misunderstand a picture, right? Sometimes you can. A picture speaks 1,000 words, but sometimes you see a picture and it looks like something and it's not what you think it is. So I've always said I absolutely 100% trust my animal messengers because when they show up, they come by Spirit and they are never wrong. So lead by the animals, follow up with the pictures. So the animal messengers are your focus. Yes, this is what I got from my animal messenger. And then when I get a picture to follow that up, that's confirmation. I like that. That makes perfect sense to me. So we're gonna, these cards, is this two? Yeah, it is. It's two stuck together. How interesting. That's another message. Two stuck together and it seemed like one. I got that in my, I've heard that in my dreams, and I spoke about it yesterday in my reading. I heard in my dreams, everyone thinks my best friend and I are the same person. Two stuck together, and it looks like one, but it wasn't. It wasn't me. I'm thinking about the song Shaggy. She caught me on the bathroom floor, banging the girl next door. It wasn't me. And you know, it's interesting because in my dreams, I can be dreaming with someone, and the person in the next room, I pick up that energy. And I may be watching that, not the one that I'm seeing. Wow, lots of messages. Okay, let me see if this is uploading. It's stuck at 95%, so I don't know what the deal is with this thing. We'll see. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. The song yesterday by Stained. It's been a while since I had... Well, I won't sing it today. I sang it yesterday. Okay, here we go. At 15 minutes and 31 seconds in, we go to the first grouping. Today's a day for private readings, which I love doing. If anybody would like to have a private reading, my website is www.theangelswhisper.com, and my email address is sherricolumbus@yahoo.com. I would be honored. I'd love it. I want to focus more on my private readings. I really do. So if I can help you, please go to my website and see what works for you, and I'll fit you in my schedule as soon as I can. Alrighty. Dove. Now, I don't want to shut the windows. I'm tired of shutting the windows, so I'm going to leave them open. So before listening to their message, the dove speaks about taking a breath, taking a pause. It's peace, peacefulness, gentleness, compassion, soulmate connections, prophecy, relaxation. You think of the dove that came, the dove of peace, but the dove brought is a messenger as well, because it can be used as a messenger, right? The dove and the pigeon. And Moses. I'm hung up on 10 Commandments right now. You know, when the great wave comes, go to the mountain, and I always thought Mount Sinai, where and it said the mountain with the tablets, and the tablets were the 10 Commandments, which is the law, the moral code. Go to the mountain with your moral code. Think about what was your moral code. And when it was Noah in the ark, when the earth was flooded, sent the dove out as a messenger bird, as a retriever as well, right? Think about it. Because if the dove came back empty-beaked, there was no land still. And when the dove came back with something in his mouth, they knew the waters had receded. So the dove came back with the olive branch. So another message for the dove is extending an olive branch. Peacefulness. I choose peace. Forgiveness. I'm sorry. Right? Resolution. So you see this dove bathing in its emotional waters. They go in there and they soak their wings, and then they get the dust off of their wings. This one's either has done that. I don't see any water driplets flying anywhere, so might be ready, either has just getting ready to leave, has had his bath already. So the dove is saying this is a beginning of a new emotional experience for you. Emotional, water. It may be the first blush of a romantic love, the rebirth of a current relationship, or the awakening of spiritual gifts and insights. Summer, which is what we're in now, and the ace of summer, that would be the ace of cups. That came up in our weekly reading yesterday, the ace of cups. And that is an offer of love. Someone's offering you their cup of love. The color turquoise, soul color, soul connection. This is a relationship. If this is a relationship of love or about your spiritual gifts, it's blossoming. Look at the blossoms everywhere. It's bearing fruit. It will bear fruit. It will be peaceful. It will be cleansing. There's a transformation taking place. This water is overflowing. So it's like an overwhelming feeling of emotion. Water pouring forth, which would be speech, someone speaking their feelings of love. And there's an overabundance. You know, I said when we want to give of our emotional energy, or we want to give from our overflow, right? We don't want to deplete our own cup. We give, yes, but not to the point where we're depleting our own resources. We must fill ourselves first and then pour from the overflow, right? Well, here, there is love overflowing on every cup. So there's emotion that's just bubbling to the surface. This is beautiful. And if it's spirituality, you're growing. Information. This is life-giving nourishment from spirit. Life-giving waters. I think of the Grail fairy who was pouring the knowledge and the intuition and the wisdom from the moon goddess, remember? But she was the Grail fairy at the same time, which is also speaking about love. So it doesn't have to be romantic love, but the fact that that was the first indication here, it sounds like it especially since yesterday I spoke about the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So maybe that's what's happening in renewal. We're in Mercury retrograde. It would make complete sense. This is a time when people from the past come back. And remember, this is a time when we are to learn who are we supposed to let go of. Those are our lessons. Okay, we've learned them. I don't need to go there again. I'm going to cut that karmic cycle in half. It's over. It's done. Release it. And now here is someone else coming back that I actually want in my life. And now lessons have been learned. We've understood things in a different light. And now we want to rebuild or refresh. This is refreshing, that looks like to me. That love that's coming there to me feels refreshing. Doesn't it? Look at the color of the water. It's the color of beryl crystal. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful fountain to bathe in. So we know that beryl crystal is to help you with anxiety and sadness and depression. It's also to help you be able to tolerate others in difficult situations. I want that crystal, aquamarine. It's beautiful. It's a peaceful anything. Think about the green. It's love and healing. Bathing, that dove of peace, that one that says I choose peace, is bathing in that aquamarine water, because that is a crystal that you can put in water and use as an elixir. As I said, when I was trying to help protect, I was asking for protection and healing and cleansing for my spiritual twin and myself. I put us both in that aquamarine water with a beryl crystal. So green is about healing as well as love at the same time. If the water, your cup floweth over, in any sense, there's a lot. So information, intuitive knowledge, your spiritual gifts are expanding. It can also represent a new home, which we keep getting. Someone's moving. Someone's moving. You're either moving emotionally forward in a new direction, you're moving spiritually ahead and up, you're ascending, absolutely, but someone is moving. It's coming up quite a bit. So think about what it is that you desire as you fall asleep, as you wake up in the morning. I'm thinking actually about when you hear the doves just after sunset, like as the sun's going down. It's still bright out, but that's when you can hear it. That kind of time period when things get quiet for a little while, and in the pre-sunrise morning hours, you hear the dove cooing. It's always in a peaceful, quiet, safe time. So it's that peaceful, quiet, safe feeling. I like that. So a time of maybe there's been difficulty, and now there's a feeling of peace and safety. You can relax and enjoy, which is it is the energy that you want when you're with your lover. Peaceful enjoyment, where you feel safe just to be who you are. God, that's so beautiful. Calm, peaceful, safe, loving energy. I love it. The onset of love. And the doves they always show doves in relationship, right? In all of Valentine's, cards, and Venus, and the doves are always in marriage. And fidelity, I heard fidelity, white, purity, goodness, truth, innocence. Love it, love it, love it, love it. What a beautiful first one, especially since I chose this one. Yay, thank you. I accept with my hands open. See, arms open to embrace that. Thank you. Thank you for the beautiful love coming into my life. Thank you for the renewal of those wonderful feelings right? Bringing that in once again. Hey, Bunny Buns. Bunny Buns hung out with us yesterday. A blessing for unity where there was once division. Okay, well, there you go. Bam, bam. There you go. This spoke about a possible renewal. Well, this is a renewal because this is a blessing for unity where there was a division. So it's a coming back together. Confirmation. See, that's what I like these cards for. Confirmation. This one has put out their new moon wishes. And that's what they asked for. They asked for a reconciliation. They asked for a peaceful resolution to a situation. I asked for that. I asked for that for family. I asked for that for love. I asked for this. And the rabbit talks about fertility, new beginnings. It talks about sensitivity, awareness. Think about the rabbits that they're hearing. It talks about gentleness. If there was a division, there was an issue that caused a division between, and now this one comes forward. A rabbit is also timid, so there may be nervousness. There may be timidity. So make room for that. Take account of that situation. I can't help but look at her green eyes, and I'm sorry, you guys, if you have green eyes, it's nothing against anyone, but when I look at the green eyes and I look at the set of her face and I recognize that there was a division, someone may have had jealousy issues, or someone in the relationship may have had jealousy issues, or there, in our case, was jealousy on the outside which caused a division. So you look here as well, just like in this beautiful picture, there's healing and new growth, and she's keeping that within her crown. And her third eye is highlighted by pink morganite beryl crystal. Clearly love, stone of love. It said, is morganite a good ring for an engagement ring? So if this is a reconciliation, somebody may be moving up to a higher level of commitment. There may be an engagement. Your stars are aligning. I think, what is it? Sorry, I keep clearing. There's a clearing necessary though, because no one's speaking yet. Right? So yes, this is in the works, but someone still needs to speak. The song that I'm getting right here is one of my favorite songs, and I think it's on my, I wonder if I've changed it. I had it on my banner. Sometimes I get annoyed though for being so open about how I feel, and I pull things down. That's me self-protecting, you know? When you don't know, when someone doesn't speak, and you're always the one who puts your heart on the line, it's a little difficult to not want to pull back sometimes, right? But when I'm moved to speak, I speak, and I say what I feel. And I did change it. How funny. But I like it, and I'm going to put it back up because I think it's a beautiful message. And these are my cards, and the ones that I chose, and it's what I've asked for. So the song is by Echo Smith, and it's called Bright. And that's what I was looking at with the stars here. I think the universe is on my side. Heaven and earth have finally aligned. Days are good, and that's how they should be. You sprinkle stardust on my pillowcase. I love that. It's like a moonbeam brushing across my face. Nights are good, and that's the way it should be. You make me sing, ooh la la, ooh la la. And I see colors in a different way. You make what doesn't matter fade to gray. Life is good, and that's the way it should be. You make me sing, ooh la la, ooh la la. Because now I'm shining bright, so bright. And I get lost in your eyes. Now I'm shining bright, so bright. You make me sing, ooh la la. Isn't that beautiful? It's going back up. You make me sing, ooh. I love how she sounds too. Her voice is so pretty. So this is a pretty amazing message. Now, whatever situation is going on in your life, it may not have to do with that in your position, but Spirit is asking for a blessing. That's what these cards are about. They're blessed be cards, blessing cards. So Spirit is asking for a blessing to come upon whatever situation is going on in your life where there was once division. We have to ask, and we have to put that intention out there. We have to be willing to have this happen. Our willingness can cause things to change. We can take a situation that seems hopeless and alter it because of our intentions and our willingness for it to be so. My intention is for family unity. My intention is for everyone to be happy and not feel jealous and not feel the need to interfere. I'm getting prickles in my right hand, so I'm sat my right hand man, or my right side, which would be the knight, and it's actually kind of in my elbow. I feel like somebody felt like somebody elbowed in. You know when somebody elbows in, they kind of want to get in between. Somebody was jealous of somebody's attention going from them. But I don't want that. I don't want there shouldn't be jealousy. There should just be unity. So that was my intention. But we have to be willing to have that energy go out. We want the good for all, the highest good for you as well as me and everyone concerned. Right? And there are differences between us, and that's okay, because everybody has a different way of looking at things, and no one is ever going to completely agree. But you can build a bridge from where you are to where you want to be, right? There can be a bridge. There can be at least peace, right? There can be at least, I respect your opinion, or I you do what it is that you want to do. I respect you, you respect me, even if we do have differences of opinion. My grandmother and my family, we had completely different viewpoints our whole lives, but there was peace and love. So recognize that we're not all the same. Everybody's different. We're all going to have a different way of looking at things. We have different personalities. We've all been through different experiences in our life which color our perception. So, and sometimes even when it's proven to you that it isn't what you think it is, it's hard for you to let it go, right? So we ask that ego be removed and love be the primary focus. If there's a problem between family, say there is a man and a woman and her family or his family, and the family is against whatever's going on, they have a problem, but you know that your son loves this woman, you know that your daughter loves this man, don't you just want your child to be happy and feel loved? You can see they love each other. You don't understand why. I don't get it. I wouldn't be able to put up with that, but you don't have to. You don't have to live with that person, do you? All you want is your family member to be loved. That's all I want for my daughter and my grandson. I love my daughter's husband for them. He's wonderful for them. And all I want is their happiness. So to me, that's all that matters. So put your differences aside and just focus on the fact that there is love. You want that. Would you rather have them be with someone that you would prefer that they're not happy with and they're miserable? That's not love. That's not loving your family member. So any antagonism or any rejection, let go of it. Be humble. Let go of the ego, right? Any threats or wanting to come between, you know what, just drop the past and move forward. This is a peaceful energy. Love can grow. There have been people, I had a girl in school who, when I first moved to California, when I first met my friend Scott, I was in 6th grade. I had long blonde hair to my waist. I was all into horses, right? Wasn't into boys. But I moved to this school that was primary Spanish, and I was blonde, and new blonde girl, the boys were all over me. Well, the girls were jealous because I guess one of the girls, I don't know, maybe her boyfriend gave me attention. I didn't notice because I wasn't even aware. I'm usually not aware of that. That's my thing, is I'm usually not aware when people like me. And she ganged up on me in the bathroom with all of her friends, and she was going to freaking kill me. And somebody stepped in and was my savior and protected me all through school. But then we got to high school, and it continued all through high school. She'd trip me as I'd go by in the hallways. She'd knock my books out of my hands. She would call me, puta, what, all these Spanish names. And I was just like, God, man, what the hell's wrong with you? I knew she wasn't going to do anything on the high school property, but people used to, jump. I got jumped in high school, right? And it was all the way through school, and she was 1 year ahead of me. And the day she graduated, she walked up to me, and I thought, oh, God, please. And she came up to me. Her name is Rosalinda Gonzalez. Isn't that funny? Her name just came into my head. I don't remember anybody's name, and that just popped into my head. And she came up to me, and she said, I want to apologize for how I have treated you. And I didn't want to leave this school before saying that. And she goes, I've watched you all this time, and you are not who I thought you were. I am so sorry. And I was just like, right now I get emotional thinking about it. Because a lot of times that's the case. You'll look at somebody and you'll have a completely wrong perception of who they are. But a lot of the times you're too proud to admit that you were wrong. And you allow this to go on when feelings can be assuaged and there can be peace. And what a beautiful feeling. That was amazing for me and for her. She left feeling good. We didn't have a problem. I think she hugged me. So we can do that, right? We can lose our ego pride and say, wow, you know what? I was wrong. I'm sorry. And I have to admit, I was told this, and I believed it. I just did, when you reminded me of somebody, and I just, you look like them, or you have that same kind of personality, and it was easy to go along with it. It was just easier for me to believe that than to think something different. So if you have this in your life, a possibility of, you're looking at, like I do, there's a couple of people I'm looking at right now that I'm asking Spirit. I've had messages to me about being very careful. There's a friend, someone that's acting like a friend, but they're not. They're talking about you behind your back, and they're stealing something from you, which could be your good name. Be very, very careful. And I'm like, I don't like to feel suspicious. I don't want to be suspicious. It makes me upset. I choose to believe that they're my friends, that they're good people, but everybody isn't. So I thought, how can I avoid being paranoid? I just started deleting people and blocking people left, right, and center. There's so many people that I've blocked that were probably not even anything other than just regular people, but I just got so many messages, and there was so much going on that I couldn't take a chance because I was having so much interference. So I said to Spirit this morning, you know what? If that's the case, I want you to make it blatant, like blatant, to the point where it's in my face, undeniable. Otherwise, I'm going to keep trusting and believing in this person. I choose to believe the good in them. Unless you show me in no uncertain terms, then I shouldn't. So that's my stand on it. It doesn't mean that I'm stupid. It doesn't mean that I'm not paying attention to red flags. And it doesn't mean that I'm naive. It means that I choose to believe the goodness in you. So why don't you live up to that? Because you know what? Maybe you were that rotten person that was saying things behind my back, but you have the opportunity to turn that around. I'm giving you that opportunity, and I would like to allow that to happen. So why don't we just live and let live, right? Let the walls and fences come down that keep people apart. Remove the stubbornness in yourself and have our intentions lift to a higher vibration. My intention is peace. I choose peace. I love that phrase. I say it all the time. I choose peace. I don't want to go to your war. I'm not coming to the pity party, and I'm not packing on your guilt trip, but I choose peace. And if that peace means I remove myself, okay. But I would rather have it be peaceful and pleasant. We can heal situations. If we come from a place of love like that, we're standing on solid ground. We can change this person's feelings. We can make this one feel not so insecure. Are you the mother and you the child? Are you the best friend? You don't trust me. And that makes you scared. Watch me then. Watch me and see if I walk my walk and talk my talk. That's what I do. 38 minutes and 34 seconds. I've got to put this back where it's safe. I love this. Makes me want to go home to Sedona. I was given that in Sedona. Actually, that too. Haven't been in such a long time. It feels way too long. I like this. With the bright, look at these. These are Herkimer diamonds. See, my diamonds, I choose to be crystals. And the moonstone. Selenite for cleansing and more. And this is Faden crystal quartz. This is for healing family relationships and strained relationships. Lapis lazuli, the truth stone. Do you know that there's pyrite in, what is it, pyrite or hematite? Hematite is in lapis lazuli. Didn't know that, but it is. So it's a truth stone, and it's a grounding stone and a protective stone. And this is a protective stone, fool's gold. Right? Sometimes this is an Aries stone. I'm a fool, which taking the leap of faith. Sometimes you have to take a leap of faith and go towards something that other people think are foolish. But it's a protective place for you to be. Okay, next message. I love that kitty. Look at that crown. That's a princess kitty. But she's going to be the queen. Somebody gave her a forget-me-not. Don't forget me. Please don't forget me. And when I come home, I'm going to put that crown on your head and you're going to be my queen. Yes, that's the truth, because look at that. Golden retrievers. Best friend, loyalty, love, friendship, and messengers and retrievers of messages. Golden retriever, contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor traditions and have pride in your heritage and the accomplishment of your ancestors. I like that. See, now I like this. Now, here's an example. Here's a family. We want peace in this family. Say you are, and I'm going to use this because it's my daughter's husband is Jewish, okay? My daughter is not religious, has never been. But his family is Jewish. That is his heritage. He doesn't practice the religion, but it is his heritage. And it's important. And at first she didn't understand and didn't want to go to the mother always had all the family over for all of and she says, Mom, it's all the time. There's so many. And you've got to do this and you've got to do that. And they're very kosher, right? It was awkward for her. And I said, why don't you just, kind of like pick out the major ones, the major family holidays. And if you can make it, go. Because it's honoring Jacob's tradition. That's a neat feeling, to have a tradition. Tradition. Remember Topol in Fiddler on the Roof? Tradition. Now, that whole movie was an awesome message because it spoke about ones that loved one another. One daughter that had to run away to be with the one that she loved because the family wouldn't allow it. In the end, the father wanted her back, but it caused division in the family. Would you rather have division in your family, or would you rather have your family with you? Allow them to be with who they love. It didn't mean that she didn't honor her tradition. She just loved someone that was of a different faith. It was different. That wasn't her choice. So honor your traditions. Have pride in your heritage and your ancestors. Absolutely. There are many lessons to be learned. There should be pride in where you came from. But allow everyone to be as they are. Golden in their light. Wouldn't you rather your family be together? Some people are so stuck on tradition that they would cut their, like my own son. My son hasn't spoken to me in almost 4 years. It's so interesting. Neither is my twin. They show me them as the same person in my dream. And it's because of tradition. It's because of religion. And it's terrible because my son says, my daughter says, don't you love Mom? And he said, of course I love her. She's my mom. She's my soulmate. I love her. And she's like, well, then why don't you speak to her? You know why. It's like there's a law, there's a rule. It's awful. What kind of a law tells you that you shouldn't love your family? It's such a wrong law. Those are the kind of laws that need to be broken. So honor your family, yes, but honor each other. Religion divides families. Tradition can be upheld. Ancestry should be honored. Absolutely. I want to know about your ancestry. I want to know the stories. I would love to hear that. I'm Celtic. I'm Welsh. But I don't have a tradition that stops me from being with someone that's not Celtic. But I have honor for my Celtic tradition. I do. I'm connected to the forest because of my Celtic tradition. I'm connected to Artemis, and the language of the animals, my greatest gift, came from that, and my singing voice came from that. It means a lot to me. That land, it was very important for me to go there. It's important, it's understandable for everyone, but it shouldn't come between the ones you love. Daisies are happy flowers. See the daisies here? Sunshine, brightness. What a beautiful day at the park this is. And look at Dad. He's on the alert for something. He's taking care of his family. He's concerned about his family. He's watching out for his kids. You may be a father and a mother that's concerned for your kids. I just want the best for them. We understand that. And we respect you for that, for loving them. But these are puppies. when they get to be grown adults, they can take care of themselves now. And you've done a good job. You should be proud of the child that you raised, right? So here, don't worry. Their needs will be taken care of. Maybe that's another thing. Maybe you're worried that they won't be able to support themselves without you. My father's very wealthy, very, very wealthy, and he was concerned for me about this spiritual path that I took. He wanted me to do something different. He said, you were raised and you went to school to become a hairstylist, and you should start doing that again. I don't want to do it again. I don't like working with all of the gossip with the women, and I wasn't allowed to speak about my spiritual work. I don't want to do it again. I'm still good at it, and I can use that. It was a good trade to have, but no. So then he wanted to buy me he wanted to buy a hotel, an entire apartment building, and put a restaurant in the bottom, give the whole top suite, the whole top floor of this place to me, and then have me run the restaurant, and that would be mine. And I said, I don't want to do that. But see, he was worried about me. He wanted to secure my future. He didn't see what I was doing as a place where I would be secure. You're getting older, you're alone. It's understandable that family is concerned. But at this time, Spirit's telling you, you don't have to worry about that. 10 is a gateway. It's also an ending of a part of your life, and now a new beginning of another. And the autumn, that's harvest. So Spirit is saying this new gateway, this time period that's ended and what they're going into is going to bring a new harvest. This is financial security coming for you. This is a time to make wise investments with the money that you do have. Right here, everyone's very happy and relaxed. There's loyalty here, companionship, closeness, love, family bonding, pride in your family. Look how beautiful your family is. Look how handsome you are. Right? This is nothing but beautiful all the way around. Love and healing with the green. And look at the skies. There's puffy clouds in the skies, right? They're not totally blue sky. So maybe you're not at this place yet, but you're going to be soon. You're going to be soon. If these kids, you're worried about your kids, don't worry about it. Their schooling is going to be fine. If you have elderly family members, they're going to be cared for. If you're worried about college and tuition, don't worry, there's scholarship funds. There is honor. Are you worried that if you allow your child, your adult child, if you say, okay, I'm okay with this, you marrying someone outside of our faith, are you worried that they're going to forget where they came from? Because they're not. They're not going to forget where they came from, and they're going to honor it even more if they're allowed to do what they want. It's so important for us to have our parents' blessing. It really is. But we will move forward without it if we have to. We just don't choose to do that. The Golden Retriever is my favorite dog, Max. That's my old dog, Max. He was a Golden Retriever. They've got the most beautiful, friendly personalities. They're so easygoing. They're so gentle and loving. It's such a beautiful energy around this whole message. I was just talking about him last night. He's so adorable. They're like big puppies, always, big babies. They're so sweet. They're so dedicated. They're so loyal. So there's loyalty in family. There's loyalty. This is telling you there's loyalty and love within your family. And you know what? If you have issues within your family, maybe you've had a breakdown in your family and somebody acted disloyal, or they did something to break your trust. There's love there, and there you can repair that if that's your intention. This is also a message about your dreams coming true. Your family's coming. You're going to have the happy family you wanted. Maybe you wanted to have a child. This shows babies, right? It's just definitely, symbolically, the Golden Retriever is about dreams coming true. So this is an amazing, amazing time. I'm looking at healthy as well. Green is health, new beginnings, growth. So if there's been sickness, healthy times. This is so beautiful. A blessing on your sleep. I love this. The barn owl, the silent flyer, the wise one. So she's holding this beautiful bundle of flowers and berries. Interesting, blackberries. I love blackberries. Used to pick them out in the wild in the forest where I grew up. And those peace roses. She's at peace. Number 6, don't worry about material concerns. There's plenty coming for you. You'll be provided for. Don't worry about the things that have been on your mind. The owl will show you what you need when you need to see past the deception, past illusions. You're being asked to, Spirit is blessing your sleep so that you have a proper rest at night, because you do. You need sleep at this time. You need to properly rest. Maybe you've been awake at night, worrying about your future. So may you sleep peacefully while the owl watches over you. When you go to sleep, may your bones relax fully. And may your head be cradled in the softest of pillows, but that supports your neck. So that when you go off into your dream time, you get the messages from the owl that you need to get in a peaceful way, in a gentle way. And rest so well in the night that you wake up feeling refreshed, like spring flowers. And when you sleep, may all of your cells be nourished and gain strength again. If you've not been well, may your sleep provide that healing that you need deeply at this time, because we just got from the message before health and healing, right? You can sleep easy now. Don't worry about your children are safe and loved. You can sleep easy now. Your future is secure. You can sleep easy now. Your mom and dad, it's good. Our family's going to be healing. You can sleep easy now. They're getting better. There's a healing coming. It's such a relief. Sense of relief. I've spoken my truth. I've spoken my truth. I've been forgiven. I've forgiven myself. My family loves me. They want me a part of their life. I'm going to tell my family, I love you. I want you a part of my life. I honor my traditions. I'm proud of where I came from. And I'm okay. I want you to sleep peacefully, at rest, knowing that I'm taken care of. I'm good. You've done your job. That peaceful, restful relief that you can just, let it go. It's so soothing. Choose soothing words. Think soothing thoughts before you go to sleep. And when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you think of, let it be thank you. Gratefulness for a beautiful night's sleep. Before you go to sleep, thank you for a restful night's sleep. Thank you for dreams that I understand, that are helpful. I'm going to focus on the positive. I'm going to focus on what keeps me feeling refreshed. Thank you for taking that load off of my shoulders. Oh, it's such a relief. You know, after a long day when you've worked and you've done a million things, you've worked out, you've done everything, and you finally take off your clothes and you crawl into bed and it's like, feels so good. And when you go to bed, do a clearing of your mind. You can clear your mind first by just thinking peaceful thoughts, and then say, I just want to clear my mind right now. I don't want to think about anything. I just want to think about how good it feels right now to be laying here in this cool room. It feels fantastic. And if you are lucky enough to have your lover next to you, snuggle up and give them a hug and feel that warmth of the body leaning next to you. That support feels so good. And when you get up in the morning, recognize I've got the whole world in front of me. Something really good's going to happen today. Wait till you hear the reading that we got yesterday. The falcon showed up again. Something wonderful is about to happen. So get ready to engage in the next day, the new day. When I get up tomorrow morning, I'm gonna hit the road running, right? Full of energy. Thank you for that invigorating, the refreshing sleep that wakes me up feeling invigorated, so that I'm ready to face the day in a positive light. I go to sleep with peace of mind, and I wake up with peace of mind, refreshed. Beautiful, beautiful. At 54 minutes and 30 seconds, we go to Gaia's Garden. And the lion will lay down with the lamb. I like that. We're in Lionsgate right now. The lion lying down with the lamb speaks about, I love this, Do you know what's interesting? I'm getting really emotional right now. Oh my God. Because I felt like there was a disagreement between me and someone who was a Leo. I don't know who they are. I just felt that energy. Someone who wasn't happy with me. I'm an Aries, and I know that's a lamb, but I see an Aries ram. The lion lays down with the lamb. There's peace amongst them. And look at the daisies. That's a hippie. I'm a lion. I came in with the lion people. So it's almost like the two parts of you. That's what I'm seeing. Your strength is your gentleness. This is temperance, compassion. You think of every time I see, this is an Aries. This Leo is an Aries. Isn't that interesting? This lion is an Aries. It's not necessarily a Leo. It's whatever it is for you, but those are Aries flowers. The daisy is the flower of the Aries sign. And you look at the daisies and you think of a hippie, right? A wise old hippie. Don't have to be old. That's a beautiful lion. But it's a hippie. Hippie child, flower child, right? And they're relaxed. Lying there with someone that should be their prey. But not only are they relaxed, that one is protecting that baby lamb in front of them. So this could be a father or a mother protecting their child. I love that. It's just a beautiful energy. Now, this is a father. Now, how interesting, is it a gay father? That could be as well, right? It's more specific when certain things come up to you, which makes it really special. Protecting that baby lamb. So protecting someone unlike them. Someone from a different race, a different culture. A protective, caring individual. Overlooking someone. That's beautiful. That's a transformation. If ever you saw a transformation, that's it, right? Messiah, lion, and the lamb. True strength is displayed through kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. You have tremendous personal power and courage. Now this one has great courage to trust that lion. And that lion is absolutely kind and compassionate. And the lamb is forgiving of the lion. This is someone that would have chased me before, but not now. Now they're my protector. Spirit said to me, you have gained an ally from an enemy. And I thought, wow, enemy is such a strong word, you know? I don't really have enemies. I don't feel that way. But I did, I guess. You've made an ally out of an enemy. And look how beautiful that is. Look at that area. Wouldn't you want to live there? I sure do. Look at the infinity symbol. It's endless, an endless loop. So your greatest strength is your ability to forgive and your ability to display kindness and compassion to another. And you know what? By having the ability to forgive and humbling yourself, that takes courage to step out. A proud person. I'm a proud person. For me to humble myself, that takes courage. To admit when you're wrong. I was wrong. I shouldn't have treated you the way I did. I should have been protecting you instead of attacking you. You're just a little lamb. You're innocent. You didn't do anything wrong. It's not your fault. And I am protecting you. I got your back. I see innocence in this one. This lamb can be a grown adult. Maybe you have the ability to protect someone in a way that they can't protect themselves. Maybe they don't even realize they need protection. Maybe they don't know people have been against them. And you stood up for them. That's courage. That I like. Standing up for the underdog. Standing up for the one that other people are maligning and coming against. That takes courage. And you don't care. I don't care if that makes me look like a sissy. I'm protecting this one. I don't care what you think. You're wrong in what you're doing. This one is innocent. This one's good. They've done nothing to hurt you. I defend this one. I love to do things like that. I've always done things like that. And do you think Rosalinda Gonzalez, she was a lion, man. She was a predator, huge predator. And she came up and asked forgiveness, said she was sorry, and I was hugged by her. I felt like her prey for years. And remember when I first met her, when I got there, when they were trying to jump me the first time, I had a protector that came in and stood up for me and protected me the whole time through junior high school. My grandson has someone like that. My grandson is very much like my twin soul. He's very super sensitive, very quiet, gentle, giving, loving. But he gets pushed around a lot. He's not a fighter. He doesn't want to fight. And he's got this little gangster in the school. My daughter was worried. The family is really rough. They are not from a good place. But that boy put his wing around my grandson. He protects him. And he's like, dude, as long as I'm here, I got your back. And Trey said, I know he comes from a tough family, Emma, but he's a good guy. So there may be somebody that comes from a real shitty background, and their parents may be shit, but they're not. So why should they take the blame for the family? Nobody knows truthfully what's going on. And that little boy that protects my grandson, we don't know what happens to him in that house. Right? But there's a reason that he feels very compelled to want to protect someone else that gets picked on. It makes you think that someone's doing that to him. Because this is a case of, you can either be a victim and become a victimizer, or you can be a victim and become a protector. That's why a lot of people go into law enforcement. They were bullied, they were picked on, and they decided that I want to be a protector for someone else. That's why a lot of people go into care workers, healers. I wasn't able to help my mom, so I studied and I became a doctor so that I could help other people. I wasn't able to help my mother. I didn't understand about cannabis. My mother had cancer, pancreatic cancer, the most painful cancer there is. But I now know about it, and I talk about it all the time. And it healed Lily, and it helped Prince when he was so sick. So many messages come to me in this card. I'm so emotionally moved. Just know that it isn't a sign of weakness to be kind and loving. It's not a sign of weakness to have shot your mouth off and then turned around and said, I was wrong. You know what? I am the one who said that, but you know what? I was wrong. Do you know what my grandmother, I've talked to you guys about this before. I used to talk to my grandmother about the paradise. You know, I grew up believing that there was going to be a paradise. This earth would become a paradise, and the meek and the gentle would reside upon it. And I would give her the Watchtower and Awake magazines, and she would take them. She liked the Awake magazines because there were news articles in them, and she would read them. And I was always really sad because I was raised by my family to believe that if my grandmother didn't become a Jehovah's Witness, when Armageddon, the great day of God the Almighty, the war, came, she would be killed. I grew up believing that. I was scared my whole life that my grandmother was going to die, that God was going to kill her for not believing the same way as I believed. God, that's so fucked up. So I worried about it my whole childhood. I loved my grandma so much. And I said to her one day, Grandma, what if you wake up in the paradise after you die, and you wake up in the paradise and you were wrong? How will you feel? And she said, I will say thank you, and I will say I stand corrected. But what Spirit says to us is we don't have to die in order to be reborn. You can wake up now and stand corrected. You don't have to separate people because of religion and differences of beliefs. Why don't you wake up now so that there can be love and compassion amongst different nationalities and different belief systems? Allow their peace to be there. That's transformation. That's growth. That's love. That's what awakening is about. There is no division in soul family. My grandmother lived till she was 98. She died peacefully in her sleep.
She wasn't killed by the God who created her. That's so wrong. So right now, challenge yourself to overcome whatever it is that's got a block between you and any type of peace. Recognize that patience is necessary at times with ones that don't know and don't understand. And even for us, for the ones that don't and won't wake up, we have to understand they're not awake. They don't understand something they can't see. And so we have to try and be patient with that. And it's hard. But the lion represents pure courage and power. Look at those paws. One bite and that lamb is dead. One swipe and that lamb is dead. But the lamb is vulnerability and purity and innocence, gentleness. And we need both within us. We have both within us if we allow that to come out. So whatever it is that's going on right now in your situation, at times you need to be courageous and strong and powerful and speak your truth. But you also have to make room for ones who might be gentle and more vulnerable. And maybe they're innocent and you're not aware of that. And how do you figure it out? By communicating, right? Go to Spirit. 11 is a high spiritual number. Apply strength and courage as well as gentleness. And be open and vulnerable in your present situation. That's wisdom. That is wisdom, and that is the blessing of growing older. This is what I have learned growing up. I wasn't always this wise. I wasn't. I was very black and white growing up, just like my son. But I'm not anymore. I'm not as liberal as I thought I was, but I'm way more liberal than I ever thought I could be. It's transformation. It's ascending. And right now you're being blessed with your age. You're also being blessed by wisdom from someone who's older. And you know what's interesting? This older one is being blessed by wisdom from someone who is younger. Sometimes the grandparents have to listen to the grandchildren. I listen to my grandson. He's a crystal child. He's brilliant, very connected. All you need to do is look at their eyes. When I was about to re-meet my twin soul, but I didn't know that he was my twin soul. I'd known him many, many years. They described him to me. And I said, is he younger than me? And they said, no, he's older. And I thought, oh, then it can't be him. And they said, you know him by his bright blue eyes, his brilliant blue eyes, crystal blue eyes, his crystal blue eyes. Eyes never change through centuries, through lifetimes. And there's wisdom in your eyes. And you can see an old one that has the eyes of a child. And you can see a young one with a wise old soul. And when I saw my twin, after everything was described about this person, the person that drove up that they told me was coming, it was the person I thought. And he is younger than me, but he is an old soul. So he inhabits a young body, but he's got wisdom beyond his years. But then there's my grandson as well, very, very young with a very old soul. And then you see very, very old people that have very young, light energy within them. They retain that. Just because our bodies grow older doesn't mean our minds don't have that youthful exuberance within us. So this is a blessing on growing older. Don't scoff at your gray-headedness. It's a sign of wisdom. Don't be angry at the wrinkles on your face. You've earned every one of them. Every laugh wrinkle, every line. You've been through a lot and you've learned and you've grown. You're being blessed. This is about not cursing who you are. It's a cycle. And it's hard to grow old. For women, for men. Men lose their hair. Women get wrinkles. We lose our body tone. We're not as strong as we once were physically. Our stamina. A lot of choices have to change. But we've got a lot to offer. Remember I said when I heard that my twin dumped me for someone half my age with a body you could bounce a quarter off of? That didn't make me feel insecure. Because I said, I know who I am. I know the wisdom that I have and what I've learned. I'm a spiritual person and I know who I am.
There's value in that. Besides, I'm not an old crow, right? So understand that there is wisdom that we gain over time. And people may be coming to us to learn from us. And they may be young and they may be old. People may be seeking you out for your wisdom. There's changes that we see happening in our body, right? And it's hard for us to deal with. But be grateful for everything that we still have that works. We're wearing glasses now. I said something about Scott and I, and he said, hey, we're getting older. He said something, he says, you look fantastic. Your body's in great shape. And I said, I'm getting better, I'm working on it. He goes, what are you talking about? And he holds his arm up and he goes, look at my skin. We're getting older. We both are wearing glasses. It happens to everyone, right? Everybody gets older. We're supposed to enjoy every part of our life. Every part of our life. So maybe this is a blessing on growing older. And may you be blessed with a firm back and strong eyesight. My grandma didn't have to wear glasses. She had all of her teeth until she passed away at 98. Her own teeth. So may you have straight and healthy teeth. May you sleep well at night without aches and pains, without taking medication. My grandma didn't take medication. I don't take any medication at all. Except for fresh air and fresh fruits and vegetables. Right? May that be you. And may your hands be warm with love. And may your heart be warm with love. And may your smile light up a room. And may your energy go ahead of you and speak of you before you even walk into a room. May they feel your presence coming in a positive way. And all of the things that you have learned, may you not allow the challenges in your life to make you bitter, but make you laugh and recognize the folly of the things that you used to believe and now you understand. Right? If you could have the body and the face that you were at 18 with the wisdom you have now, wow. It's like you get one thing and then you get, but at this age we get this, right? We get wisdom, we get knowledge, and we get to be able to laugh instead of freak out. We get to be able to be like, okay, whatever, water off a duck's back. If people were talking shit on me behind my back, I would want to know who was saying it, what were they saying, blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't want to know. That's okay. What I don't know doesn't hurt me, right? Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I don't want to know anything but something good. I don't want to know. And if you're listening to it, I don't want to know anything about you either, right? So if you know about somebody talking shit behind my back and you're my friend and you don't say anything, then you're not my friend. So I'm not losing anybody. I have just been blessed by losing you both. If you are my friend, you will nip it in the bud, like this one, right? You'll stand up. We learn that as we get older. So may we laugh instead of cry, right? Maybe walk away instead of fight. May we say blessings on your journey to people who say something nasty to us. That's what I say. When somebody just is evil on I'll say, you know what? Blessings on your journey. Block. They're gone. So allow yourself to speak whatever it is that you feel. You come from a place of love. Don't feel free to speak your truth, right? Be who you are. Unrestricted, uninhibited. That's the cool thing about getting older, right? You can say what you feel. My daughter was always critiquing me, telling me what I could say and what I could not say. I'm just freaking going to say and do whatever I want. If it's an issue for you, you don't have to be around, right? I'm not going to say something inappropriate. If you think it's inappropriate, sorry, I don't. So don't be invisible. Don't hide yourself away. You know, I was doing that. Remember I said I didn't want anybody to see me because my arms weren't ready? Oh, we talked about that yesterday. And Scott, we were standing there, and this young girl walks up to the Mexican food restaurant, and she's standing there. It's an outside restaurant. She's standing there in her bathing suit and a t-shirt. And her t-shirt came just above her butt. Her bare butt cheeks were hanging out, like totally bare butt cheeks hanging out. And he laughed, and I laughed, and he says, did you ever do that? And I said, never. And he goes, really? And I said, never. And he goes, why? You had such an awesome body. I never felt, because I said I never felt that way, and I was always covering myself up. And he goes, what are you talking about? And I said, look at me now. I was covered up. And he laughed, and I said, and he goes, think back to when you were 16, 17, we were in school. If you had that body now, would you dress differently? And I said, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I wouldn't have been covering up. I wouldn't have been a slut, but I wouldn't have been so paranoid. I was always so paranoid, right? When you get older, it's like, okay, you know what? I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have to just relax. Don't allow yourself, to not go out. Don't keep yourself inside. Don't not get up on the dance floor. Don't not go to the beach. Don't not do this because you're not ready. You're not perfect. This is something we need to learn now. I need to learn this now. I'm embracing this now, right? It's taken my whole life to try and embrace this. It's still hard for me, but I'm still working on it. So this is about allowing freedom of our body image and of our mind and our words, right? We are supposed to show the young ones how to do it. And if we can't figure it out and get it together, what hope are we? Right? We're supposed to be here to lead the ones coming after us. So we need to get it together. Don't be isolating. Don't be invisible. Don't hide your feelings. Express yourself openly, honestly. Make your own choices in your life. Be who you are and do what you want. And don't allow others to rule your life. You're an adult. Children are watching you. Do you want to raise your kids to be as morally bankrupt and because you're not being authentic as you are? Morally bankrupt. If you are not being authentically, truthfully yourself, you're morally bankrupt. Did you want that for your children? Love and love and love and allow love to come back. I like this. This is beautiful. At 1 hour and 16 minutes, we go to my favorite. Dragonfly Love. Crystal Visions. I love this. Crystal Visions. Rose Quartz. Love is the greatest conductor of energy. Love heals everything. Fear, anger, worry, doubt, sickness. Beautiful. I love this. This is one of my most favorite. Muscovite mica and the crystal. And God, I love this. Idlewild gave me this stone. Wow. Hummingbird, you will accomplish what might seem impossible to yourself and others. Lighten up your energy. Grab the sweetness in life. Joyfully sing. 3 of summer. 3. Now, when I look at this, 3, this is be the 3 of air, right? Because birds are communication, speech. In tarot, people would say this could be a third-party situation, right? Gossip, internet gossip. 3's a crowd, but that's not what I looked at. My focus is on the hummingbird says you will accomplish what might seem impossible to yourself and others. Maybe there was gossip, but maybe your attitude will change that. Maybe it will turn that into a celebration like it did for me and Rosalinda Gonzalez, right? If I keep my energy happy and peaceful, I can accomplish what others might feel impossible, and even what I might have thought was impossible. This is celebration. This is a card of celebration. Look at the vibrations going out from them. They hold a vibration of happiness, and that's what they exude, and that's what they send out, so that's what they draw in. And that's what this is telling you. You have an exciting reason to celebrate, such as an engagement, wedding, graduation, or a birth announcement. Okay, this is the second time for me. So I'm just going to hold on to this, man. I mean, come on, look at this. Rebirth of a relationship or a new relationship and engagement. I mean, come on. My heart's open and I'm ready. I'm ready. Cherish the ones you love. Somebody might be graduating soon. Someone might be getting married. Somebody might be getting engaged. Somebody's having a baby. This is Mercury retrograde, so it's friends coming together and having a good time. Scott and I had fun yesterday, right? Friendships. It's a beautiful thing. This is summer. This is it. This is now. This is talking about right now. 3, full circle completion. 3, the Ascended Masters have been assisting you and working with you to bring this about. Wow. Ruby-throated hummingbird. There's 1 boy and 2 girls here. Huh. That would talk about a third-party situation. However, it could be dad and daughter and new wife. This is my girlfriend. I wanted you to meet. I wanted you guys to meet. This is my daughter. Or blue. This is my son. I'd like you to meet my son. How cool is that? I've always seen a boy with my twin. It could be blended families, right? It could be brothers and sisters. This is my little brother. This is my nephew. This is my little sister I'd like you to meet. Whatever, you know? These 2, Ruby Throat is a boy, and this is a blue. So boy, 2 boys and a girl. Mom, I'd like you to meet my boyfriend. Wow. I wanted you to know. I'm gay. I'm coming out. I'm embracing who I am. And this is the one I love. All I want is for your happiness. A blessing on your union. Wow. It's just love. To me, this is just nothing but love. Loving vibrations all around this entire message. Joyful experiences, happiness, celebrations, friends coming together, families coming together, choosing, as I said, family of choice, right? These are two different types. Could be two different nationalities. Maybe in your family that was never accepted. This is new. Soul family. My mama Sherri, my Uncle Phil, and the love of my life, right? I'd like you to meet my mama Sherri and my Uncle Phil. That's pretty cool. And this is clearly, they're all communicating. So this is about expressing your love. Please express the way you feel. These ones are singing, they're flying. Hummingbird, as I said, accomplishing what might seem impossible to others. They can stand in the air and not move. Like fly just like in the air. They can go backwards, up, down. They're little helicopters. The things that they can do. And they are aerodynamically incorrectly built. They should not be able to do what they're able to do. So that talks about miracles. Things that you didn't think should happen. I never thought this possible. Well, that's why it says you will accomplish what might seem impossible. Nobody believed that this was going to happen. Nobody ever saw that this could possibly... I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills on my legs. I would never have believed that you would have been accepted by them, that they would have allowed this. That's amazing. And that's what Hummingbird accomplishes. That's what love accomplishes. And that's what trust and positive intentions and relying on spirit, that's what that accomplishes. That ability. Hummingbirds don't give up. They're tireless. They stick in for the long haul. They're strong and they're courageous. They're tiny, but they're mighty. They're vibrant, colorful, and happy. Nobody looks at a hummingbird and says, there's something wrong with that bird. Why does it have such a long beak? Why does it have such weird little wings? Have you heard a hummingbird fly by? Have you heard a hummingbird speak? Oh my God. They're amazing. Little dive bombers. They're fun. Wow. They're very protective as well. Those little swords that they carry on their mouth, that's the Queen of Swords right there. And the King of Swords and the Prince of Swords. They're going to speak their truth. And man, you go after their family and they will protect you. Right? They protect each other. Come to swords here. I'll come to duel. I'll take care of my family. You be careful. And they speak about chastity. And when they speak their vows, they're very protective of the ones they love. They protect their children. They protect their lovers. They protect their work. They protect the ones susceptible to harm. Dive bombers. I think of the one who was bullied and grew up to become somebody that went out and became a firefighter. Went down, dive bomb down to get the, they go to get the water and they drop it over the fires. Dive bombers. I'm not thinking about dive bombers as far as freaking bombing people. I'm thinking about dive bombing into your emotional waters. Like you take a flying leap off the high dive. Dive bomber. That's what I'm talking about. Making a splash. These ones are going to make a splash. Hummingbirds make a splash. They're bright, they're colorful, they're happy. Make a splash. That's a celebration. That's a firework in the sky. That's beautiful. That's coming. You have reason for this excitement. Oh my God. A blessing on your journey. Interesting picture. So, these look like swallows. Swallows are harbingers of hope. This one swallow is staying here. And these three are going. Remember the one that's leaving and the three that are leaving? Wow. We keep getting that. 3 going to the west, 1 going to the... Where are you going? Northwest? I'm not quite sure where you're going. But they're holding on to the tiger lily flower. That's my favorite scent. Have you smelled that? It smells insane. It's my daughter's favorite flower. Lisi. The one they call Lisi. Holding on to the tiger lily. My cat, Tiger Lily. The one they call Lisi with red hair. Is she jealous? Look at her eyes. A blessing on your journey. Remember what I said? Sometimes when people don't agree, we say goodbye, blessings on your journey. And these three are leaving together. So maybe it's the three that are leaving together and the one that is staying. Remember, I always saw the separation? This could be, like I said, father and son and new wife, father and daughter and new wife, daughter and mother and new husband. There may be three leaving. This one that does not agree, with the jealous hair and an angry face, the tiger lily, Princess Tiger Lily. Birds, angry birds. Birds are gossip. I hold that tiger lily behind my back. It's been illuminated. We know who you are. Blessings on your journey. That is what I got, the very first message. Now, because I'm thinking of the blood moon coming up, the blood full moon coming up, any secrets that were not revealed will be revealed. This one is, because that's what I'm telling you, this Lisi, this one, that's Tiger Lily, and this one is not happy. And the red hair represents either anger, passion, or jealousy. And these three are leaving. This one's old-fashioned concepts, ideas, uptight, unwilling, unyielding, unbending. And this one's sticking with there. Those two stick together, but these three, we're like, we're done. Blessings on your journey. Wow. Now, let's turn this around into a positive. I don't want to end on a negative note. That just shows me that there will be a separating, and there will be blessing on your journey. It will come from me. That is my intention. But you know what? Sometimes a blessing on my journey is absolutely required, because sometimes people are absolutely not meant to be a part of your life. And we have to honor ourselves. And at this point, I would say to this one, blessings on your journey. Peace out. I'm out of here. So you may be leaving now. And this is a blessing from Spirit on your journey away from home. That you're safe wherever you go. And whatever road you take, I think of the Irish blessing with her red hair. Let's think about that. May the roads you take be safe. May your map be wide open and clear. May the compass guide you clearly. May the winds be at your back. May you find shelter easily. May you find joy and anticipation and happiness and excitement in journeys along the way. This is about taking a trip somewhere, taking a flight, going on a car trip, aboard a ship. Whatever it is, may you be safe when you travel. Safe travels, this is. And may you find kind people along the way. People who show you a good time, point things out that you want to see, that are very hospitable. Meetings with people that you you just happen to run into this person who showed you to go to there, and you found this, and this is what was there, and that's what happened. All that kind of wonderful serendipitous meetings and adventures. And maybe you have peaceful times too, where you can relax and enjoy the serenity of the beauty around you. And every single day, may you be grateful and happy and excited for the next day of traveling. And whatever your purpose of travel is, may it come to fruition of the beneficial content, whatever it is that you're looking for. Is it business? Is it pleasure only? Are you looking for somewhere new to live? And when you leave, whether you're excited or you're a little bit nervous, may it still be fulfilling and be in the best for you. And all the memories that you make along the way, file away and go over them again and again, that bring happiness and knowledge and wisdom. So may all your plans go exactly as you wish, but better. May what you want come into reality and more than go well for you. And if you do come back, when you return home, your friends will be there waiting for you, wanting to hear about your travels and adventures, excited to see the pictures and hear the stories, and share in the gifts that you bring back. And so maybe you come home safely. Maybe this is a vacation. And maybe you've taken that soul vacation, Drops of Jupiter, and have you gone all the way around the sun and realized the lights are faded and it's not all you thought it was cracked up to be, and you're happy to come home? wiser, your heart open and full of love, and you're grateful for the journey that you've taken because you've learned so much along the way. That's a beautiful blessing. I think someone's going to get married and go on a honeymoon. That's what I think. Or I think somebody might be moving to a new place and they're going to have new friends. And maybe some people are going to be sad. Maybe it's going to be hard for them and they don't really want that to happen. But we wish, and Spirit wishes, blessings on your journey, and you won't be alone. It's going to go well for you. These are the harbingers of hope, and the swallow always knows how to return home. Just because you go away doesn't mean you will never come back, right? So at 1 hour and 30 minutes, I got to call this a wrap because I got to get to work. I love you guys.